I keep seeing this comment about, oh, well, it's a bloodline or it's a lineage, not a religion. That's debatable. But one thing I haven't seen is anybody proving that they're an Israelite. I haven't seen that at all. So if you can trace your lineage back all the way to the children of Israel, I would love to see that. And if you could post it and show me and prove to me that you can just pick somebody out of whatever region they're from and based on their skin color, identify them as an Israelite, I would love to see that. I doubt that you can do that, but if you can. The thing is, you don't need a book to tell you not to harm people. You don't need a book to tell you not to unalive or SA or I don't know if you can say that word, I'm saying GENOCIDE, a group of people, even though all of those things are permitted and allowed in the Bible. You don't need a book to tell you not to own another human being. You don't need a book to tell you when to rest. I know when I'm tired. I know when to rest. Maybe I'm not tired on Saturday. I'll rest when I get tired. You don't need a book to tell you any of these things. All right, you're going to be a good person. You're going to live a good life, whether you have a book or not. If you need a book to tell you not to hurt people, you are the problem. All right, so this whole Hebrew Israelite, like, oh, what will you do without the law? Oh, you just want to sin. You so simple. You so simple.
Shalom, shalom. Israel, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to my Akim who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. Shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. His brother Kawakau coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this video. This is something that I don't like. I really don't like people like this because they're so dishonest and stupid at the same time. And what the first thing, since I remember it right now, I want to talk about is how she's saying that you don't need a book to tell you, because Slakia, there's so much layers and I'm trying to remember it all. These people that say you don't need a book to tell you about morals, you don't need a book to tell you what to do, which is dishonest and stupid to say, because number one, these same dumbasses read books to learn about, I need to learn about anatomy, I need to learn about this, I need to learn about that, when the information, or how to read, how to write and all this stuff, how to talk to people, when that's not something that you just know. No one's born with knowledge. You actually have to either experience it or be taught said knowledge. And for you to be so disingenuous, dishonest, and flat out retarded in terms of just ignoring that fact, it just goes to show that it was never about the things, but it's more so about, yes, you do in fact just want to sin, yes, you do just hate the Lord, yes, you do just hate order and discipline and self-control. It's never about what's the right thing, what's the best thing, what's the optimal way to go about life, because you feel constrained, you feel trapped. And she even said, that's the funny thing about it, in one of her previous videos, she literally said she finally felt free from what's it called, from when she wasn't doing, what's the word called, when she wasn't keeping the Sabbath. So look at the literal double talk, caught in her own contradictions, all right, and the stupidity in the absolute incorrect statements that she's making, where she, as a mother, she has a literal child. You could hear the child in the background, and she had a child in one of her previous videos. Are you telling your kid what to do? Are you teaching your kid, or does your kid automatically know how to talk? Does your kid already know not to hurt people, not to touch freaking hot stoves and whatnot, or all those quote unquote common sense stuff? Does your kid already know that, or does he have to be taught or learn it or experience it himself? hypocrisy right there. How are you a freaking parent and you're so stupid you don't even realize that? All right. Now, I wish I had this in order. I don't know how, if I have it in order. I probably don't. Whatever. Let's get this. So yes, Lucky, let's get this. Now, Romans chapter 14 verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Basically, for here, this goes to show that this woman, she was in the truth not because she actually believed in it, but because she was doing it for the wrong reasons. Either someone else showed it to her and then she didn't actually do any research on her own. She didn't care enough about it. Or she just doesn't care in general. All right. Or whatever type of allegiance she has towards whomever, wherever, whatever. That's where, like, I would rather not. This conflicts with my priorities. So these are oftentimes the two deciding factors in terms of, does someone believe, does someone not believe, and so on and so forth. All right. So this was something that I did kind of point out a little bit, in the sense of, I did say that, when it comes to being this truth, yes, she does just kind of want to sin, which I think she said that. She even said that.
Oh, what will you do without the law? Oh, you just wanna sin. You so simple. You so simple.
So yeah, that's basically the thing. You do just want to sin because you don't. The thing about Jake is they hate being told what to do. If you've ever had a conversation with Jake, and oftentimes, like, it's really hard to meet someone that is actually sincerely humble and willing to take correction. These people like her, they don't want to take correction because they think that they know everything. So they're wise in their own thing. Let me see. It's 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. So because she thinks, no one can tell me what to do, or I know this, or I know that, whatnot, where it's like, okay, so since no one can tell you what to do, you're just going to be in a perpetual state of not fully knowing and not fully comprehending, because you are more focused, you're more fixated on being right rather than actually understanding and comprehending the other side, or what is truly expected from you, from YAHAWAH and His, which therein lies the problem. Therein lies the issue. Okay, because you don't care about what the right thing to do is. You care more about, okay, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm just going to keep on going with my way, rather than let me actually try to verify is what they're saying correct, proper, and right. All right. So yeah, there was that. Let me also I want to see, what was the other thing that she said.
You don't need a book to tell you not to harm people. You don't need a book to tell you not to.
What the fuck does that mean? You don't need a book unless you do. What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? How do you believe in something? How do you believe you don't need the book? How can you say you don't need the book and then go on the same thing and say, oh, you need the book? If you need it, then you need it. So then you don't even believe what you believe. You're not even convinced in your own mind what you're saying. That doesn't make any sense. My head hurts from this, because this is literal stupidity. Continuing on, I'm going to go into this. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 2. Feed the flock of Yahawah which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint but willingly, not for filthy lucre but of a ready mind. That's the thing, where when it comes to people, you can't be forcing people to follow along with what you believe in. Especially if you're a man, you say, oh, I want my wife, I want my kids to follow after this, my mother, father, whatever, my brother, sisters, whomever, okay, friends, all right. I want these people to follow after being Israelites because I love them. I want them to make it into the kingdom of heaven. I want people. I have people in my life that I want to make it into the kingdom of heaven. I want people in my life, but they're not gonna. I'm not gonna say they're not, because never say never. But they're most likely not gonna make it. I'm gonna have to accept that. Okay, you can't force. Let me get that. As a matter of fact. Get that. As a matter of fact. Whatever. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 13. Consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? So if the Lord made someone incapable of receiving this truth, then they're not going to receive this truth. You can't change it. You can't control that. So as a result of that, just like you just have to accept that at times. And that's the thing where, because sometimes there are people that force people, and then they do end up the people that were forced, they end up leaving and resenting it and saying all types of manner and stuff like that, because they weren't convinced on their own. They didn't do any research. They were just doing it because someone else was teaching me, or someone else was doing it. And when that other person is removed out the equation, I don't care anymore. All right, there's nothing in here for me, because my only tie to this was my husband or my wife, my brother or sister, my friend, or whatever. All right, so these are the things that we have to actually pay attention to. Now, finally, the first video. Let me get this. Can you see this? Yes, you can see it apparently. If you're an Israelite by blood, then prove it. If you are an Israelite by blood, not by camps, cult, or religion. And this is the thing where she's over here saying to prove it. Well, that just rather than me proving it, that raises a question to me. Or better yet, it actually validates and proves that what I was saying was right, where she didn't follow being an Israelite because she actually believed it. She never believed it, meaning that meaning that she was never an Israelite in the first place, or she never practiced it in the maybe she practiced it, yes, sure, but I think it's in the sense of she never believed. I think that's the best way to say it. That's the best way to prove it. Best way to say it was she never actually believed it. I think we're just going to stick to that. In some instances, yes, she might have practiced it. She might have said, okay, well, yeah, sure. She might have prayed, did all the stuff. But in terms of actual belief, she didn't genuinely see it and think like, okay, yeah, I'm going to keep with this. This is something that I actually believe. She was just doing it because the thing. And like, this is the type of stuff that really makes me think that, okay, well, so why is it that there's so many Jakes that always try to push this on other people, when it is just best to just leave people as they are. People, yes, you want your family to make it. You want your family to be a part of the stuff. You want your friends and whatever, loved ones, to be a part of it. But you can't be doing this type of stuff, because it's just going to create resentment and stupid people that don't actually care. All right. So, what was I gonna get again? Oh yeah, so yeah, in terms of actually proving it, the thing about that is here, Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Basically, that's the thing where we were supposed to be told what to do, how to follow along with said thing, but but as a result of our disobedience, we're supposed to follow after the law, statute, commandments. But as a result of our disobedience, the Lord punished us. And over here, it's saying that all the stuff that's going on in our lives, the terribleness, the systematic oppression, the what's it called? The curses in general, the single parent households and stuff like that, the fatherless homes, these are the things that are shown to us, all right, that are happening in our lives, that's supposed to signify that we are in fact the children of Israel, not because of our what's it called, skin color, but simply because of the curses. The curses are the signs, the curses are the proof. But of course, people that, people that don't want to believe, they're going to just make an excuse, say, oh, that's just a coincidence, oh, that's just this, oh, that's just that, making every excuse in the book, even though how is it that actually, as a matter of fact, if I don't know if you know, there are a lot of different races of quote unquote different races of people that went to slavery in ships, by the way. Some examples, obviously the transatlantic slave trade. There was, according to my research, the Ainu, which is in Japan, and one island in Russia and whatnot, that they were transported on ships by their oppressors, and these are signs, these are proof that we are Israelites. So two examples are so-called blacks. Also I believe it was Hispanics as well, because not Hispanics, what's it called? Yes, Hispanics, but South Americans. And then you also have the Ainu, as I had given the example and what had happened to them. So with that, yeah, there is these things that happen. So with that, praise us most edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, the elders and apostles, great millstone, above all, and Shalom.